this is an idea connecting everyday zones of international existence. So there's something kind of... Okay, let me start again. There's something... here's my position, right? There's something kind of insidious at the personable core of modern urban living. Something attractively destructive in the technological sound of the fleshy tribes. Right. I don't mean like a malicious event. I'll try to be as clear as possible, but even so, it's sort of like I'm an isolationist. Okay. Well, like I'm sort of an isolationist of sorts, like semi-aggressively. I'm lucky, basically. Let me explain. Okay, let me take you to Japan, Tokyo. Welcome to London. All right, we all recognise that, right? Like the sort of like heart of hyper-recognisable, baseline, acute, iconic sounding London.
Leicester Square.
Okay, so that is what Piccadilly Circus looks like and importantly sounds like. Right, so remember that sound because this is Tokyo, Shibuya, and the equally famous Shibuya Scramble or Crossing. You might have seen it in Lost in Translation, a very similar soundscape. And then both of these soundscapes combined sort of translate themselves into a further self-similar sounding experience, something we also might recognise, i.e. Times Square, New York City. So here we're talking about three global metropoles, three capital cities. Okay, they're not all capital cities, but they are three capital centres of major cosmopolitan areas and three central corners of the culturally distinct foreign globe, a trio of first world pinnacle sites. What are the differences between them? Who knows? But here, like clear comparison, is the three of them usually superimposed as kind of hourly layers, a kind of thing of real life. Some similarities between them, but there are also, it's possible to kind of hear some differences. But before we explore those, we should sort of question how we get there. Like,
This is the 145th
So three respective subway systems filled with the vibrating chatter of commuters, veritable towers or tunnels of bagels in these intestinal metropolitan knots. London.
Tokyo.
Okay, yes, the Tokyo subway system. This is New York. That's London. No, that's New York. This is London. Yes, and Tokyo. I mean, they all sound the same, basically.
Conclusion.
Yeah, forget any conclusions. City dwellers everywhere are isolated and fucking miserable. More or less.
Up on the
Okay.
Idea number 3.
Hypothesis number 3. Back to here, the centre, obviously. Q. Obviously, there are some differences. If we can hear kind of some sort of micro differences, we can pull them out, you know. But my 3 key takeaway points really are that 1, these key iconographic areas are explicitly commercial advertising sites, so sort of all the same, more or less. And then also, these are largely global brands being advertised, or if not exclusively true, they have universal interests. 3, despite that, it is sort of possible to choose.
Mass.
Alright, so moving on. Idea 4, mass consumption. So all of this results in like a weirdly homogeneous sonic texture. But basically these zones are made up of 3 types of sounds. 1,
X.
cars,
Y.
people, and 3,
Z.
shop outlets. So yeah, there are obviously some like differentials here, but generally I think we can agree that these iconic geographies are united by a depressingly unified bubblegum, greased, human, sonic, effluent.
Wow.
Yeah, and whose fault is that? Business? Individualized, globalized outlooks of individuals? Open trade borders? Who knows? Free flow of information, liberal capitalists, Samsung, who make all the screens in those places, or maybe it's your fault, or me, or whatever. Just if we're going there on holiday or something. But who cares, right? Certainly not me. But as always, the devil is in the detail. It's not all that bad. Or, actually, let's not even assume that kind of global capitalist consumerism is bad at all, right? Okay, well, let's move on from that then. Okay, let's delve deeper.
Concept number 6.
This! Of me, or this was the sound of me entering a Gap store in Piccadilly Circus. The Gap was founded in 1987 in Chicago, and its top 3 store is now the top 4 supplier of high street brand clothing internationally. What you'll notice here is the overwhelming presence of music. Okay, let's compare that with the experience of Gap Times Square. Nice. So very nice. And on the surface, very similar.
No.
No, you're wrong. It couldn't be more different if you tried, or actually bothered to think about the specific music being played here. So, in the UK, we have this, and you can see here its relative chart positions. And in the USA, we have this song. And here, some musicians in the UK, the US, and Japan, and I think we can draw an obvious here. So basically, there are kind of important correlating cultural differences in the choice of music. So let's now compare that with Gap in Shibuya. Okay, so here we have, yes, rationale by reciprocating its relative chart positions. Okay, so So even though the clothes are the same in each store, they're all made in Burma, there are some fundamental and important cultural variations. So to conclude, I think it's here often that within these global mega corporations that you could say the cultural gap
Reciprocate my love
is at its widest in many senses. Okay.
The ultimate test.
Well, okay, not the ultimate test. It's not a test, but look, here's New York again. Thank you.
Yeah, can you just sorry, white silk coffee, just a regular cold coffee. Cold coffee.
Sorry, that's actually London, Starbucks. So it's fucking noisy, basically. Thanks. Okay, let's compare that with Shibuya Starbucks.
Just get one brew coffee.
Just a very good. So we'll come back to London.
I suppose that's it, isn't it, really? I mean, like, imagine a time, like, in the future, like, not the too distant future, but like a fictional time where we've colonised other planets in the solar system, and so, like, politicians and governments are much less concerned with passports and visas on Earth and stuff like that. And so we can kind of enter a final stage of, like, hyper pan-global capitalism, where we iron out any sense of individual, like, identity or cultural difference. I mean, it would be great.
So if we do actually listen very deeply, we can identify these differences in micro levels, like mainly in customer services, but rather I do think that it's in these like tiny aberrations in the sound of that kind of capitalist institution that it's where we can find this kind of like important sort of differences in cultural and sonic signifiers.
Tokyo again.
So, for instance, all of these Starbucks recordings were made around the same time at similar-ish outside temperatures, but with very different levels of air conditioning. So, Japanese body temperatures are about a degree lower than American temperatures, medically speaking, and so in cold periods, aircon is used very minimally. We've isolated that frequency band here, and you can just detect it.
The UK.
Yeah, in the UK it's hard to measure because we use it very little, but if we isolate the same frequency band, it's audibly perhaps even like slightly less detectable.
New York.
And in the USA it was crazy. I don't know why. Perhaps there's like a heat island effect taking hold in Manhattan, or just a general disregard for energy consumption. I don't know. Or maybe it's the temperature showing up those the Samsung screens. But anyway, aircon was used to this overwhelming degree. Well, it's quite to the level that it's hard even to kind of have a conversation underneath it. It's horrendous. The important point is that the coffee tasted more or less the same in each place. It's very good. I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars. Sorry, that smash there, that's not like a field recording. It's just me recording a mug smashing at home. So it could be from anywhere. Ignore it completely. It's just like to sort of pin down points. So we'll move on and let's try and kind of pin this whole thing down, actually.
Point number 5.
Globalism. So sort of international openness has led to like a flattened out local kind of macro soundscape. We know this. We've proved it. Is it a bad thing? Well, no, of course it's not a bad thing. But hypothetically, let's imagine for a moment that it is a bad thing. Therefore, this whole kind of spiel this evening is about, I suppose, how we can isolate out kind of fascinating gems of sonic perturbations on lower, hidden levels embedded within these globalized systems. So, therefore, kind of what I'm calling for is a number of things. What I'm proposing is a number of things. So, first of all, a sort of enforced isolationism, like the good old days. Secondly, a hyper-accelerated capitalist expansion of consumer rights to increase the potential of these, as we've proved, important kind of microsonic expressions of difference. But then, at the same time, there's sort of obviously some impulse or need to, a need to sort of create a monetizable sort of system, but there is a question as to whether like these are all kind of mutually exclusive ideas. I don't know, but like one entity that already balances extreme self-preservation with joyful expansionism is, of course,
Next case study.
McDonald's.
He said 2 sausage with buffalo egg and 2 small items.
8種の具材でうまさ盛りすぎアメリカンデラックスバーベキュー
Here's me ordering a McChicken sandwich in London. Yeah, can I please get just one Big Mac meal?
With bacon.
Sorry?
With bacon and not bacon.
Without bacon. In New York? Coke. Oh yeah, let's get one Big Mac meal, please. Medium. What one was it? Coke, right. And in Tokyo. This is my favorite part. Alright. say in Tokyo they have those like automated touch screens, so there's no actual interaction with staff. So, point one, there are some differences in waiting times and the friendliness of customer service staff. Just I'm going to go through like a list of key points in order to give a cumulative impression of the truth. So, how to start it? Sort of, yes. First point, like general ambiance is different in every place. Yeah, the music, there is no music playing in the London store, but there is like music playing in the other places. Like, I haven't checked what it was. Really like flavour, you know, there are some significant differences in the menu choices. So it's kind of level playing field, but you know, generally like we have the same flavours. Variation of pickle consistency. Friendly things too negatively, because in the end, like, convenience is really important. And that's me, so thank you very much. I hope you learned something, and yeah, if there's any questions, I'll be, you know, in the nearest Prenamanger afterwards, so thank you very much.